love what I do, and I love my families here, and that I get to be here for them. Recently, I was selected for the CDC, their fellowship for the 2016-2018 year. And with that, I would have been placed in South Dakota working at the Pine Ridge Reservation, and I would have been dealing with stability and security, building all. Anyways, it was a great opportunity. But I was supposed to left in October, and I went ahead and did it because I just decided when I was thinking about it, I was like, the distance and all those amazing once in a lifetime opportunity. For me, I just felt like what I'm doing here and this clinic every day. It was like the people that I get to help. It's fun. And it's like the way I feel about it is like it's your. I guess at our clinic, a lot of the people here are Spanish speaking, and so it's pretty amazing to make those personal connections with them, and for them to feel comfortable and keep coming back and to trust you. And it feels like you're helping them, and I really love that. That's why I like to see it.
For me, it comes back to my family, knowing that the access to healthcare for them was really difficult, especially my sister, who needed it, she had extremely high healthcare needs for something that was incurable and that no assistance available in the world. So that really is what kept me home, and knowing that a lot of the people that we have in our community, especially here in the clinic, a lot of the people we serve are in similar situations where the access is just extremely narrow. So being able to advocate for them and fight for them is probably the biggest reason I feel that I felt I should definitely stay home and help the people that I may have grown up with, that I've known, and that are in the same community and experience the same things that I did.
I would say Texas being a non-expansion Medicaid. It's a major thing because for all these people that are in the gaps and where they still need access to some form of care. And then being that we are a rural area, we do have limited resources. And for those, like I said, they may have a diagnosis, and then here as a federally qualified health center, we can help them. They can have a diagnosis. But without that next piece of not having that insurance, it pretty much stops there. Because once they get on to see a specialist, a lot of times they will not be accepted if they don't have insurance.
And even access to specific specialists. They may have coverage or they may have a form of pay, but this specialist that they may see is not available in town. So you have to travel, have
But even something basic, which I learned at a coalition meeting I went to a month or so ago, something basic is not having a pharmacy in your hometown. That's just another piece to their preventative care and primary care. It's not having access to these basic. It's having to drive over an hour just to have your medication.
Even if they have a pharmacy, maybe their pharmacy accept their insurance, so they have to just pay for the medication. And the providers definitely an issue. And even sometimes hospitals don't have access to a hospital for instance, an emergency. They have to still travel 30 miles out to the nearest town to have emergency care. Definitely. Not only with the coalition meetings, of course, bringing new resources and sharing information, but that's where all the partnerships actually start. And we go in, we meet with them, you have the service that you provide for us, if you're not. And that's how the process starts, of course. And it's really where everything, I think, for us, comes about, yeah. It's definitely our coalition.
Well, and I definitely feel like I feel a real connection with everybody, but I feel that I can lean on them. And I feel that not only do I feel that I can lean on people within all the various organizations and coalitions that have a good working relationship with them, and I know I'm just close on, and they're like, I'll do what I can. But I feel the same way when they have their impossible cases too. They have no issue calling us and saying, "What can you do for us?" I know with us, like we're as an organization, or my team, I would have to say, is that we're really open. I mean, I know when we came on the first open enrollment, our first year here, yes, when we were busy open enrollment, we were in the thick of helping people. But once that ended, we made a very concerted effort to learn what are the various organizations, not only in San Angelo but outside, and then we set meetings. So we wanted to introduce ourselves to them, but also to hear exactly what are they and how can we work together. And so we hit payment. Like we were calling, we did that. And I mean, and it has just, each year it's like just the results have increased as far as referrals go. And I just think with that, I just think that anybody actually approached us, we probably would have. I just think we were smart. I would think so. Just for like clients to know what is available to have, and especially when we're looking at retention of like our young, as far as like them knowing the career paths and career possibilities, and for them to be able to go into that. But I like what I can't remember what department of, what agency for the state of Texas, they implemented the hot jobs. Anytime I've had to deal with young, like high school age, whenever I'm doing outreach and I have an event where that's going to be a large majority of the population, I bring that with me. I'm like passing it out. I'm like, guys, look at this. And I've even gone through and I've thumbnailed several different, just to give a variety, but just to get them talking about it, thinking about it, like, where can they go? How many years? What is the projected income? And just to begin those conversations, to start just kind of having them think about it. Because, a lot of times when you're that age, you don't think about this stuff. When you're looking at those that are on the lower income side, it's because as these children, they're going to do and see what their parents do. And my thought of this is that these are a lot of people that I see is, why be a home health worker when you can actually go to school and be a nurse practitioner? It's like, but just to start putting that in there, have them think larger. And instead of just, only these kids that really just do
and not just because of the need, as far as the lack of service, but just keeping them in for, you can say, comfort and recognition. Someone is, this person's from our area, it would help out.